Hello student, good morning, welcome back. So today I am going to discuss some topic in light chapter. So here our topic is refraction of light. Okay, so here we take two medium, okay, air and glass, and this is the interface, okay, which divide these two mediums. Okay, upper side of this medium is air, and below below of this interface medium is glass. Okay, so here we draw any normal which is a perpendicular to this interface, okay, and dash, and this is a point O. Okay, and air is a rarer medium and glass is a denser medium. Okay, so here we take any light, and this is the incident ray. When this light goes from rarer medium to denser medium, this light goes from rarer medium to denser medium. Okay, so it bends towards normal. You can see that it bends towards normal. So now we draw its original. Okay, this is the original path of this light, incident ray. But when this light goes from rarer medium to denser medium, okay, when it enters denser medium, then what happens? It bends towards this light. The original path is this, okay, but this light bends towards this normal. Okay, this is the angle I, angle of incidence, and this is the R, angle of refraction. This is the angle of incident, and this is the angle of refraction. Okay, so this is the I, angle of incident, and this is the angle of refraction. Okay, so what is the definition of refraction of light? So simply we can write here the definition of refraction of light. So refraction of light is caused because of change in speed of light. Okay, so refraction of light is caused because of change in speed of light. Change in speed of light when it passes from one type of medium to another type of medium. Okay, so this is a refraction. This is a simple definition of refraction of light. Okay, so refraction of light is caused because of change in speed of light. Okay, so change in speed of light when it passes from one type of medium to another type of medium. Okay, here we take two mediums. Okay, so you can see that here this is the interface, and this is the first medium, and this is a second medium. First medium is a glass, which is a rarer medium, and second medium is a denser. Second medium is a glass, which is a denser medium. Okay, so here this is the incident ray. Okay, so here incident ray, okay, from this rarer mediums and enter into denser medium, and the original path of this ray is this. Okay, this dotted line shows the original path of this rays. But when it enters from rarer medium to denser mediums, it bends towards the normal. Okay, and make an angle R with normal, and this incident ray make an angle I with this normal. I is called angle of incident, and R is angle of refraction. Okay, so refraction of light, it depend upon the change in speed. What is the meaning of refraction? It is a change in speed of light. Okay, so speed of light in air we already know that 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Okay, which is a symbol C. Okay, we represent symbol C in air. The speed of light in air, we represent this symbol C. Okay, so simply we say that here the phenomenon of change in direction, the phenomenon of change in direction. Okay, so change in direction here, the original direction is this dotted line, but when it enters from rarer medium to denser medium, it changes direction due to change in speed of light. Okay, so simply we say that is other definition, the phenomenon of change in the direction of path of light when it goes from one medium, this is a one medium to second medium, I mean another medium. Okay, and this phenomenon occurs because of the fact that the speed of light changes when it goes from one medium to another medium. Okay, so now we take any medium here. Okay, so this is the interface, and we take two medium, air and glass. Okay, so these are two mediums, air and glass. So we draw normal which make angle 90 degree here, N, O and dash. Okay, so what happened in this figure, so we take any incident ray, okay, and A, O, and the original direction is this, and when this light enter from rarer to denser mediums, it bends towards the normal, it bends towards the normal. Okay, so now we give it B. Okay, this is a AO, incident ray, and this is a refracted ray, okay, and this is a normal. Okay, and incident ray make an angle I with this normal, and this refracted ray make an angle R with this normal. Okay, I is called angle of incident and R is called angle of refraction. Okay, I repeat again. So in this figure, this ray of light AO traveling in rarer medium. Okay, air is a rare medium, I mean a medium one, and this glass is a medium 2, denser medium, I mean medium number 2. Okay, so when this light travel from rarer medium and goes along OB, goes along this O to B, you can see that in this image, O to B, goes from A to B, when it enters denser medium, rarer medium to denser medium at point O, this is a point, okay, at point O on this interface. Okay, so this shows that this ray of light bends towards the normal. Okay, this is the original part, but this bends towards this normal when it goes from rarer medium to denser medium. Okay, so now we take a glass slab. Okay, so this is a look like a glass slab if you assume that this is a glass slab. Okay, then what happened? So we draw normal at this point. Okay, at this point B, we draw another normal. Okay, we give it another name, so we give it name Q, and this point O dash, and this is the Q dash. Okay, so when this light goes from denser medium, this is a denser medium, and here air present, so this is a rarer medium. When this light goes from, this is a OB is a now refracted ray. So now when this light goes from rarer medium to, this is a denser medium to rarer medium, then it bends away from this normal, Okay, the original direction, this is a direction of a refracted ray. Okay, but it bends away from this normal. Okay, and you can see that both this dotted line, I mean the original line, this is a original line. Okay, I mean incident ray and that emergent ray both have the same directions and both are parallel to each other. Here you can say that both are parallel to each other. Okay, I repeat again. Okay, this is a very important topic. So initially what we do here, we take any glass slab. This is a look like a glass slab. Okay, so how many mediums are there? There are two mediums, air and glass. Okay, and here this is a incident ray. Okay, we draw normal here. Okay, we use this pen. Okay, so this is the air is a first medium and glass is a second medium here. Okay, and this is a AO is a incident ray. Okay, when this rays goes from the rarer medium to denser medium, then it bends towards the normal. Okay, and this is a original path of this incident ray. But when it enters from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards this normal. Okay, and now when this refracted ray, okay, goes from denser medium to rarer medium, okay, it bends away from this normal. It bends away from this normal. Okay, and these both rays are parallel to each other. Okay. Okay. So now here you can see that in this image. Okay, when this light, okay, so when this incident ray fall on this surface normally, okay, then what happened? So there is no change in direction of path of the ray. Okay, if this ray fall normally to this surface, then its path does not change, it goes straight. Okay, so now our next topic is refractive index. Our next topic is refractive index. Refractive index. Okay, so there are two type of refractive index. So we discuss here. Firstly, absolute refractive index, and second is relative refractive index. So there are two type of refractive index we discuss here. Okay, the first one is absolute and second is a relative. Okay, it is denoted by symbol. Sometimes we denote the symbol n and sometimes we denote it by mu. Okay, so there are two type of symbols, but mostly we use this symbol. Okay, the speed of light varies in different mediums. So there are many mediums, you already know that: air, glass, water. Okay, so different mediums have different refractive index. Okay, the speed of light is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second in air. Okay, and this speed of light varies in different mediums. Okay, and this refractive index of different medium is different. Okay, so now we discuss first absolute refractive index. So what is a absolute refractive index? Okay, so it is defined as the ratio of speed of light in vacuum or air to the speed of light in the medium. Okay, so it is denoted by n. Okay, here we use this symbol n here. Okay, so it is defined as the ratio of speed of light in vacuum. Okay, so vacuum, we denote C symbol, the speed of light in vacuum C, and the speed of light in the medium V. Okay, so C is equal to speed of light in air and vacuum, and V speed of light in the medium. Okay, so this is a formula. And n represent here absolute refractive index C upon V, speed of light in air or vacuum upon the speed of light in the medium. Okay, so here you can see that. Okay, this is a glass slab, and this rays go from rarer medium to denser medium. Okay, so speed of light in air and speed of light V in medium. Okay, so refractive index of this glass C upon V. Our next topic is relative refractive index. Relative refractive index. Okay, so if its definition is, if medium 1 has refractive index n1, okay, and medium 2 has refractive index n2, okay, then n2 upon n1 is equal to, we can write it 1 n 2. Okay, 1 and 2 is equal to, I mean this is a relative refractive index. Okay, I mean relative refractive index of medium 2 relative to medium 1. Medium 2 related to medium 1, and we can write here n2 upon n1. Okay, so here we can write here, okay, what is the value of n1. Okay, we already know that. Here you can see that refractive index is equal to c upon v. Okay, and you already know that the c, speed of light in air, and v, speed of light in the medium. So what we write here, n1. Okay, so n1 is equal to c upon v1. Okay, speed of light in air, speed of light in medium 1. Okay, and n2 we can write here c upon v2. Okay, speed of light in air, speed of light in medium 2. So we put this value here. So n2 upon n1 is equal to, okay, we put the value of n2. So n2 is equal to c upon v2 upon, we put the value of n1. So what is the n1 here? n1 is equal to c upon v1. C and c will cancel. Okay, so v1 upon v2. Okay, so finally we can write here 1 and 2 is equal to v1 upon v2. Okay, so here a medium having higher value, we discuss some fact here. Okay, so a medium having higher value of refractive index is called optically denser medium. So simply, a medium having, any medium having higher value of refractive index is called optically denser medium. Okay, and while a medium having lower value of refractive index, Ri means refractive index. Okay, so it's called optically rarer medium. Okay, so these are the difference between both of them, that a medium having higher value of refractive index is called denser medium, while a medium having lower value of refractive index is called optically rarer medium. Okay, if Ri of medium 1 is greater than Ri refractive index of medium 2, okay, then this medium is denser medium, and this medium represent rarer medium. Okay, yeah, so what about the speed of light? Okay, speed of light is higher in which medium? So speed of light in rarer medium is greater than, here the speed of light. Okay, so speed of light in medium 2 we take here v2, and this is a v1. Okay, so this is a symbol. So v2 is greater than v1. Okay, so speed of light in rarer medium is greater than the speed of light in denser medium. Refractive index, okay, its unit, what is its unit? So refractive index of a medium has no unit and no dimension. Okay, it is just a number, any fixed number. It is just a number. Okay, so what about two medium? If the value of refractive index of two medium is equal, then what happened? So if n1 is equal to n2, then beam of light going from medium 1 to medium 2 does not deviate. Okay, so refractive index of a medium has no unit, okay, and no dimension, so it is just a number, constant number. So n1 is equal to n2. What about n1 is equal to n2? Refractive index of first medium and refractive index of second medium, both are equal. Then at that case, beam of light going from medium 1 to medium 2 does not deviate. I mean the speed of light is same in both medium. Okay, so when n1 greater than n2, what about this case? Okay, so here this is a denser medium and this is a rarer medium. Okay, then velocity v1 in this medium and v2 in second medium. Okay, so in this case the light beam, I mean the beam of light entering medium 2 bends away from the normal. Okay, because this is a rarer medium. Okay, and when n1 less than n2, so in this case velocity v1 in medium 1 and velocity v2 in medium 2. So this is a rarer medium and this is a denser medium. So in this case v1 greater than v2. Okay, so in this case the beam of light entering medium 2 will bend towards the normal, okay, and we already know that relative refractive index n is equal to n2 upon n1. Okay, so here what is the v2, what is the n2 here, and what is the n1? Medium 2 and this is a medium 1. I mean the refractive index of medium 2 and this is a refractive index of medium 1. So what we write here, C upon Vd and C upon V1, Vr. Okay, D denser and R rarer. Okay, so N2 is a denser medium and N1 rarer medium. So in this case C and C will cancel, Vr upon Vd, and we already know that velocity in rarer medium, velocity of light in rarer medium is greater than velocity of light in denser medium. Okay, so when this term comes here or when we divide Vd both sides, then what happen? Vd greater than Vd upon Vd. Okay, Vd and Vd will cancel. So what left here? Vr upon Vd greater than 1. Okay.